poll survey found 68% of Americans are worried the worker shortage in healthcare could have an impact on their own health. Joining me now to discuss this, the president and chair of the American Academy of Physician Associates, Folusho Ogunfiditimi. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
First of all, let's start with the obvious question. Why is there a shortage? What are the causes?
So one of the biggest challenges with the shortage is that we have a challenge with patient access in the United States. And this is resulting in patients being really frustrated and anxious because of the challenges to be able to see and get in to see a healthcare provider. A recent poll that we conducted suggests that 75% of patients believe that the healthcare system is not currently meeting its needs. Another 25% give it a failing grade. As a clinical practice in PAs, on average, it's taken patients about 4 weeks to be able to come in to be seen by a healthcare provider. And this was demonstrated in the poll that we conducted. So patient access
you are
is
seeing
a
in the real
challenge.
world, you are seeing that this worker shortage is impacting Americans' access to care.
Yes, we're absolutely seeing that, and that's one of the challenges that we see, and we want to make sure that PAs are part of that solution by being able to provide access to our patients.
And by PAs, you mean physician's assistants, right?
Yes, so PAs, physician assistants, physician associates, we are medically trained healthcare providers in all 50 states. We are able to diagnose, prescribe, and treat patients in all medical specialties across the country.
You don't come with that doctor title, so a lot of times people are like, oh, I'll just wait on the doctor. Not me. I'm like, sure, I'll see the PA, the nurse practitioner. How can you get people over the hump to realize that if they need medical care, there are people who are trained and who are certified to do that?
Absolutely. So, the PA profession is one of the fastest growing healthcare professions in the country today. And PAs have the opportunity to have a positive and lasting impact on patient care. The poll that we're talking about suggests that over 91% of patients believe that PAs can be a solution to the healthcare workforce shortages that we see. PAs are trained appropriately to be able to treat patients on all spectrums of care. So having PAs practice to the top of their education and experience and knowledge is critical towards closing those gaps.
And what else did you find out from this recent Harris poll survey? Any other findings that stood out to you?
Yeah, so some of the findings are concerning. Patients are concerned about rising costs. They're concerned about delays in being able to see a healthcare provider, as I mentioned, as well as some of the health disparities that you see in healthcare today. The good news, as I alluded to earlier, is that PAs can be part of that solution by putting PAs in a position to be able to deliver care, having them be able to see patients and decreasing those challenges of patients being able to come in to be seen by a healthcare provider.
And we only have about 15 seconds, but where can people find more information about the Harris poll and about your solutions?
Absolutely. Patients can go to aapa.org/patient experience to learn more about the PA profession and how PAs are contributing towards ending the healthcare shortages that we see in the United States today.
Okay, thank you so very much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.